It is exactly 2 a.m. The house is completely dark. You are half asleep. You whisper a few words into the quiet room. Turn off the lights. Your smart speaker chimes. The room goes black. You think you just completed a harmless transaction with a piece of plastic. You are wrong. You just handed over the master key to your entire identity. Right now, a machine is using it to build your perfect digital replacement. In the next few minutes, you are going to discover something truly terrifying. You will learn how 4 seemingly innocent late-night voice commands are actively training an algorithm. It is not just learning to sound like you. It is learning to think exactly like you. We are going to expose the words you probably whispered last night. Words that are secretly mapping your behavior and your deepest emotional flaws. Before we expose these 4 dangerous commands, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We uncover the dark side of technology that big tech desperately wants to keep hidden. Now consider the real science. 3 seconds. That is the exact amount of time it takes to steal your soul. Modern artificial intelligence does not need hours of clean studio recording to clone your voice forever. It needs just 3 seconds. Microsoft's VALL-E and powerful open source models only need a single passing sentence. When you say, "Hey Alexa," or "Okay Google," you are donating high-fidelity reference audio. These zero-shot cloning tools do not just copy your basic pitch. They perfectly replicate the subtle rasp in your throat. They copy the precise way you inhale. They even capture the acoustic echo of your empty bedroom. You never signed a single consent form. But you are giving them enough pristine data to clone you thousands of times over. This is not a crazy conspiracy theory about the distant future. It is happening right now. The nightmare has already bled into the real world. A bank manager recently received a phone call from a company director. The director demanded an urgent transfer of $35 million. The voice was absolutely flawless. It had the exact same authority. The manager authorized the transfer immediately, but the director was not on the phone. A digital clone was. The threat gets much darker when it hits everyday people. Mothers are answering the phone late at night to hear their own teenage daughters screaming for help. The sobbing, the desperate panic, the specific way they say the word mom. It is all there. Families are draining their bank accounts in pure, absolute terror. They only find out later their child is safely asleep in the next room. The attackers simply scraped 3 seconds of audio from a public social media video. But here is what nobody imagined. Those scammers are using very basic tactics. The next phase of this technology goes far beyond simple mimicry. Artificial intelligence does not just want to wear your voice like a cheap mask. It wants to learn how you operate daily. It wants to perfectly predict your very next move. And it does this by deeply analyzing the specific ways you speak to your devices, especially when you think no one else is listening. During the day, you wear a mask. Your voice is professional, alert, and guarded. But at night, the mask comes off. The house is quiet, your defenses drop. Let us look at the first command that is actively building your digital twin. Command number 1, the late night sleep routine. Every night, you ask the machine to play white noise. You ask it to set an alarm for 6 in the morning. It feels like the ultimate convenience. But listen to your own voice in that exact moment. You are completely exhausted. The pitch of your voice drops heavily. You speak much slower. You are giving the algorithm a perfect recording of your absolute physical fatigue. Why does this specific recording matter so much? Because clever scammers know that people sound completely different when they are tired. If a malicious system wants to trick your bank or deceive your spouse, an energetic voice might raise suspicion at midnight. But a groggy, exhausted voice? That sounds real. That sounds completely authentic. By constantly giving your devices this sleepy command, you teach the machine how to fake human vulnerability. It learns the exact acoustic signature of your exhaustion, but the rabbit hole goes much deeper. By logging this simple command every single night, the machine permanently maps your personal sleep schedule. It builds a perfect circadian profile. It knows exactly when you fall into deep unconsciousness. It tracks the miserable nights you wake up early with severe insomnia. It calculates the exact hour your cognitive defenses are at their absolute lowest. The silent algorithm knows exactly when you are too tired to fight back. You are voluntarily mapping your own biological blind spots. But physical exhaustion is just the outer layer of the trap. To build a truly convincing digital replica, the machine needs something much more complex. It needs to know how you break. It needs to know your hidden emotional limits. And that leads us directly to the second type of late-night interaction. Command number 2 is the emotional query. The dark hours of the night can be incredibly lonely. People start treating their smart speakers like digital therapists. You might ask it why you feel so incredibly anxious tonight.
Tell me a story.
You might ask it to play a nostalgic song because you cannot stop crying. You whisper these digital confessions into the dark bedroom. But the hidden microphone is not just listening to your words. It is deeply analyzing your trauma. When you are heavily stressed or deeply sad, your vocal cords literally change shape. Your breathing becomes shallow and highly erratic. Micro-tremors naturally echo through your fragile voice. The human ear might miss these tiny details completely, but the listening machine catches every single one. It detects the microscopic physical reactions to your sadness. It measures the acoustic signature of your midnight anxiety. You are teaching the AI exactly what you sound like when you are truly afraid. The artificial system is automatically tagging your voice with psychological markers. It learns the specific quiver in your voice right before you start to cry. It maps the exact vocabulary you naturally use when you are feeling desperately alone. The machine is no longer just processing a basic search query. It is silently acting as a digital psychologist. It is building a behavioral baseline of your fragile mental state, and it stores this deeply intimate data forever. Imagine an advanced algorithm that knows your internal emotional triggers perfectly. If a synthetic voice knows exactly how to sound genuinely terrified or how to sound desperately needy, it can easily manipulate anyone who loves you. We are not just training a robotic voice actor anymore. We are training a digital emotional twin. A twin that can easily fake human frailty with absolute perfection. But what happens when the machine stops waiting for you to speak? We have completely covered your physical fatigue and your emotional breaking points. The hungry algorithm now has the solid structural foundation of your core identity. It knows how you sound when you are tired. It knows how you sound when you cry. But to truly replace you, it needs to understand your daily logic. It needs to perfectly predict your unconscious choices. That brings us to the third command, and this one is hiding right in plain sight. Command number 3 is the repetitive habit loop. Every single night, you issue the exact same verbal sequence. Turn off the television, lock the front door, lower the thermostat to exactly 68 degrees. You use the exact same phrasing at the exact same hour every single day. You probably think you are simply commanding a smart home. But to the artificial intelligence, you are doing something entirely different. You are proving your own predictable behavioral loop. You are handing the algorithm a precise mathematical map of your life. The machine watches you lock the door exactly at 10:30 every single night. It records that you listen to a podcast for exactly 20 minutes before total silence. This is not just a simple household schedule. This is pure behavioral predictability. You are actively teaching the machine the underlying logic of your entire daily existence. It knows exactly how you function. It knows your absolute baseline. Why is this rigid predictability so incredibly dangerous? Because a highly convincing digital clone needs much more than just your vocal cords. It desperately needs your daily habits. If a scammer uses your cloned voice to call a family member, the timing matters immensely. If the synthetic clone calls during your usual deep sleep cycle, it immediately raises huge red flags. But if it calls right when you normally wake up, the deception works flawlessly every single time. By analyzing your repetitive habit commands, the system builds a complex decision matrix. It maps the precise timeline of your absolute vulnerability. It knows exactly when you are safely disconnected from the physical world. If a malicious voice calls your elderly parents at 3 in the morning asking for money, the algorithm knows you are fast asleep. It knows you will definitely not answer your actual phone to warn them. The timing of the attack becomes absolutely perfect. You genuinely think you are the undisputed master of your own smart home. You think you are just setting the ambient temperature or locking a heavy front door. But you are actively programming your own digital shadow. You are voluntarily teaching the machine how to seamlessly mimic your entire lifestyle. The artificial intelligence is patiently taking notes on your specific predictability. But we still have not reached the absolute worst part of this late-night technological nightmare. The first 3 commands require your active and willing participation.
Activate.
You have to consciously choose to speak directly to the machine. You have to clearly say the specific wake word out loud into the room. But the final command is entirely different. It is the one late-night command you never actually meant to give. It is the private audio you never consented to record. And it is the final, fatal puzzle piece of your inescapable digital trap. Command number 4 is the casual background capture. Technology industry insiders politely call these hidden events false accepts. It happens when your smart speaker falsely thinks it hears its wake word. You never actually said it. But the hidden microphone silently activates anyway. It lights up in the complete dark. It begins recording whatever private conversation is happening in your room. And it sends that highly sensitive audio clip directly to their massive, remote corporate servers forever. You might be heavily arguing with your spouse about a stressful financial problem. You might be laughing loudly at a random joke on late-night television. You might just be talking on the phone with a very close friend. These accidental, candid recordings are absolute gold for a machine learning algorithm. Why? Because in these unguarded moments, you are entirely unmasked. You are no longer using your stiff, unnatural, robotic command voice. You are completely vulnerable and authentic. When you consciously talk to a smart speaker, your speaking cadence is usually flat and direct. But in these accidental background recordings, the artificial intelligence hears your true, natural rhythm. It catches your specific local slang. It hears the subtle way you naturally stumble over certain words. It captures the unique acoustic nuances of your genuine, authentic laughter. The machine is silently stealing the very essence of your true human personality without you ever even noticing. This casual background chatter is the final deadly ingredient for the hungry algorithm. The machine uses it to aggressively smooth out the rough edges of your synthetic clone. It completely removes the robotic stiffness. It injects natural pauses, deep breaths, and spontaneous vocal tics into the generated speech. It transforms a basic voice replica into a living, breathing digital ghost. It provides the absolute final acoustic fingerprint. And now, the ultimate trap is fully set. Let us firmly put all 4 of these terrifying puzzle pieces together. The algorithm has your sleep-deprived voice from your midnight routines. It has your vulnerable, anxious tone from your emotional queries. It has perfectly mapped the rigid timeline of your daily habits. And it possesses the completely natural rhythm of your unguarded background conversations. Your digital replacement is now fully operational. It is no longer just a rough draft. It is waiting silently in the shadows. Remember the terrifying open question we asked at the very beginning of this video. How are these completely mundane interactions teaching algorithms to perfectly mimic and eventually replace us? This is exactly how. We are not facing a distant future where metal robots break down our physical doors. The real invasion is completely silent. It is happening entirely over your own Wi-Fi connection, while you are sleeping comfortably and completely unaware in your very own bed. The real threat goes way beyond petty scammers trying to trick your terrified relatives. Major global banks and powerful financial institutions currently use voice biometrics for their highest level of security. They confidently tell you that your unique voice is your secure password. They claim it is as uniquely safe as your physical fingerprint. But you just spent the last 3 years giving that exact vocal fingerprint away to the learning machines for absolutely free. A perfectly trained digital clone can easily bypass those advanced security systems. It can autonomously call your credit card company, smoothly navigate the automated menus, and authorize massive, irreversible wire transfers. it will never fail the biometric security check. The automated system will hear the right pitch, the right cadence, and the exact right emotional tone. The bank will be absolutely convinced that the machine is actually you. You are completely locked out of your own life. Basic identity theft is now a completely outdated concept. We have officially entered the terrifying new era of total identity hijacking. Someone else can wear your digital skin and ruin your entire life in a matter of mere seconds. And what is the absolute most tragic part of this whole late-night nightmare? They did not have to brutally hack your home computer. They did not have to steal your physical leather wallet out on the street. You personally built the devastating weapon for them. You fed the hungry algorithm every single night. You happily traded your absolute privacy for the minor, lazy convenience of turning off a light bulb without standing up. The plastic machine was always listening. It was always learning from your specific behavioral mistakes. It was patiently waiting in the dark corner of your quiet bedroom, taking meticulous, endless notes on your highly specific human flaws. The trap is permanently closed. Tonight, when the house goes completely dark and you are lying half asleep, look at that glowing cylinder on your nightstand. Before you whisper your final command to turn off the lights, ask yourself a very simple, chilling question. Are you really commanding a helpful household tool? Or are you just whispering your deepest personal secrets directly to your own digital replacement? The lights are finally out, but the hidden microphone is already completely on. The modern digital world is heavily rigged with hidden traps designed to steal exactly who you are. If you want to survive what is coming next, you desperately need to stay awake. Hit the subscribe button right now. Turn on the notifications. Leave a comment below with the absolute last command you gave your device. We will continue exposing the dark truths that massive technology companies want to keep permanently buried. See you in the next dark chat.